Shemai everyone, it's JonnyVR here with another Time Lord Victorious review and a very happy new year to you. I'm starting off this year with a load of Doctor Who videos, including a Revolution of the Daleks review later today and a review of Big Finish's Masterful tomorrow, which commemorates the 50th anniversary of The Master on the TV show. In this video I'm going to be reviewing the Doctor Who Annual 2021, which is contributed by Penguin Random House and contains the guides to the Dark Times. And don't forget, if you want to give Time Lord Victorious a go, check out my Time Lord Victorious playlist where I go through each product and the cheapest way of experiencing the story. And stay tuned for more Time Lord Victorious reviews. As always, the first part of this review will be spoiler free, then I'll give you notice when I'm going to go into spoiler territory, because if you've read this book and you want to talk about it, let's have a discussion in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just beware of potential spoilers when making a comment, so maybe put a spoiler alert on your comments to let others know. Onto the spoiler free part of the review. I previously said that I wasn't planning on getting this annual, but as it was released nearly 3 months ago in early September, I was able to pick it up on sale. In my opinion, a retail price of £7.99 is too much for the annual anyway, let alone if you want to buy this for just the Time Lord Victorious content. If you can pick this up on sale, it would definitely be a much better option. The book is listed as having 64 pages, but this includes things like the front and back covers, so there are around 56 pages of actual content. The first thing to realise about this purchase is that it is more suited to younger Doctor Who fans, containing various puzzles to complete, fact files and other written entries. That being said, I was surprised at how much I actually enjoyed reading the fiction throughout the annual, particularly the Time Lord Victorious content called The Guide to the Dark Times. The Guide to the Dark Times counts for 7 pages in the annual, and it is a suitable tie-in not just for young fans, but for others who've been following the Time Lord Victorious narrative. At first look, it doesn't seem like much, but the Guide to the Dark Times is well presented, informative, and will be sure to interest fans who have not been following Time Lord Victorious. For those of you who have been following Time Lord Victorious, it gives a lot of information about the Dark Times and characters we have known from throughout the story. It's also a good way of bringing another fan favourite character into the narrative of Time Lord Victorious, and this annual would make a good collectible for your Doctor Who or Time Lord Victorious collection. Although it's easily not one of the more essential parts of the Time Lord Victorious narrative, one thing I noticed was that there were a few connections to other Time Lord Victorious media that are actually quite significant and make a lot of sense, which shows to me just how well thought out the Time Lord Victorious narrative can be, but more on that in the spoiler section. Most of the entries and fact files in the annual focus on the most recent Series 12 of Doctor Who, as you might expect, but there are a few other separate entries as well, giving just a little bit more variety in the content. Overall, this annual is sure to be a great buy for young Doctor Who fans, but contains enough for older fans to enjoy as well, particularly the Time Lord Victorious content. I would say the retail price of the annual at £7.99 is definitely too high for only the Time Lord Victorious content, so keep an eye out for it in sales. I'm now going to move into spoiler territory, so here is your spoiler warning. The Guide to the Dark Times is presented to have been written by Riversong, which is a nice way to bring her back to Doctor Who and introduce her into Time Lord Victorious. It's funny how she acknowledges the Doctor as her occasional wife, showing that she is aware of the current incarnation. One connection to the rest of Time Lord Victorious was that River was on Gallifrey before it was destroyed, and was able to take and preserve the Black Scrolls of Rassilon. The Black Scrolls of Rassilon appeared as an artifact in the Time Lord Victorious update for the VR game, Doctor Who: The Edge of Time. I thought this was so subtle because they thought of a reason why the scrolls wouldn't have been destroyed on Gallifrey, and therefore were available to be scattered through time for the player to find in the game. It just shows that they thought of so many things when forming the multi-platform narrative. When looking at the various alien races from the Dark Times that have appeared in the Doctor Who TV show, the guide appears to see things in a new way, to make the episodes fit better. For example, the reason why the Rachnos fled and reappeared in the episode The Runaway Bride is because the Cthulhu going to judge them harshly. I find this interesting as it serves to cement the Cthulhu further into Doctor Who lore. Overall, the annual is surprisingly enjoyable but expensive for what it is. If you want to complete a Time Lord Victorious collection, I advise looking for it cheaper than the retail price. So there we are, that's my review of the Doctor Who Annual 2021. Let me know what you thought of this installment of Time Lord Victorious. Feel free to post comments about the story, but beware there may be spoilers there, so perhaps put a spoiler warning on your comment if you're going to talk about the actual story. Stay tuned for more Time Lord Victorious reviews, and if you haven't already, check out my Time Lord Victorious playlist, where I go through each of the products and the cheapest way to experience the story. If you want to support our channel, you can do so by going to coffee.com/skybotfilm, where you can tip us the price of a coffee, which you'll use to get better equipment and make better videos for the channel. So with all that said and done, thanks very much for watching, and Happy New Year. Bye!
Skybot.